This is so close.
Go for it.
Warning, please do not attempt to perform any of the stunts or activities in this show as they are dangerous and can lead to serious injury. Video submissions of any kind are not accepted by One Side of the Coin or Heads or Tails Gaming. Now we can shit. It's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Hey, welcome to One Side of the Coin. I'm your host, Steveo the Gamer, and with me as always, my co-host,
Mack-Attack.
And we are broadcasting right now live from the very home of us personally. And we brought a very extremely huge guest aboard our show this evening, right from our house, Mr. Damjan.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. And welcome to One Side of the Coin. So,
thank you for hosting me.
Yes. So we're in a little tiny hallway. It's kind of narrow, but it's a long hallway. However, over the past little while, Mack-Attack, myself, and my other two kids, Shiley and Cam, which you've met Cam on the show before, we have been doing some artwork on this very wall inside our house. So I'm going to do a quick turn of the camera so you can see, because my wife is a huge Winnie the Pooh. And then up here, we've got some more Disney characters. I don't know if I can get it all the way over there. There we go. And then some of Cam's artwork down here. And it just goes on and on and on. So we have personally invited Mr. Damjan, the lead art director for Genesis Battle of Champions, to do an art piece on our wall to go along with our family's wall artwork kind of thing that we've been doing. You're rocking the table.
No, I'm not. That's the dog.
It's the dog. The dog's rocking the table. So he has already started, and he's in the process of it. As he's drawing over our shoulders here, we're going to be getting into some discussions about this weekend's past World Championship for Genesis Battle of Champions. So first off, I want to talk with Damjan a little bit, and then we're going to get him back on once he's done the picture, and then we're going to show everybody what he has drawn on our wall after he's all finished, right? So first question I got to ask you. How was the trip coming over? I'm sure you've been asked this many, many times, right? So, but how was the trip coming over, and how was your experience at this year's World Championship?
First of all, the trip was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing went wrong compared to before with COVID when you had to wear all the masks and stuff. So this year was good enough, I would say.
Yeah.
It was a long trip, but I'm recovered now, so it's okay.
That's good.
As for the days of beckoning, that was amazing. I personally liked it a lot, and there was a lot more people than the previous time, and there was people from Germany this time.
Yes.
So that was kind of like a big milestone.
Right.
People were kind of more communicative. I think that's because COVID was gone now, and nobody was overly cautious, and the venue was kind of keeping people close. Probably it's because of the hallway pressing them together.
Yeah.
And that worked out really, really well. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Nice. So did you have the opportunity to come over with the Germany crowd, or was it all separate?
No, it was separate.
It was separate? Because
Yeah.
that would have been cool too. It's like you guys
It would have been. We should have. I didn't know that. That's the thing. I didn't know that the people in Germany were planning all of this stuff.
Yeah.
If I knew it before, we could have even synchronized.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have been cool too.
For next year.
For next year,
Hopefully
right?
there are even more from Europe than we can.
Well, Sid might actually ask you to guard the trophy coming back over, right? So when they bring it, I'm not sure if they are actually. Are they taking it home? Do we know?
I'm not sure. They were offered to do that, but transfers it didn't work out. So let's see if it will be sent over there or something like that.
And I know that trophy has already had some damage to it, I think, from last year's championship.
Yeah,
but I mean, with it being so fragile, I can understand not wanting to transport
I'd be
back
so scared to ship it.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
Yeah.
He's going to put those 2019 promo cards and just pack it in nice and tight like he did when he shipped stuff over to Germany, right? So,
Mama says I can have a tiny one.
a tiny one. Yeah. Just get him a little miniature
tiny
one, right?
replica.
It's like first place with his name on.
They'll see how they handle it. But the guy deserves it.
Oh, he does, definitely.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the championship?
Like last year, my favorite part was engaging with the community.
Mhm.
I don't know how it is for the local people here, but for me coming out from Europe, it's a very different experience because I don't see these people. I see them once a year. It's like an anniversary celebration for me personally to come here and see what our project that we were doing is actually coming to fruition. To see how people see the things, to see how people enjoy the things, what they have to say. It's very rewarding. It's not just a simple project. It's like, a passion thing.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite things about the championship too, is having engaged with so many people involved in Genesis just online and not having actually met them in person, right? Even with the content creators, you watch their videos, you see their face, right, kind of thing. But to actually experience, especially like Scheming Skeleton, Jordan was there for first time physically meeting him in person, right? And it's a lot more different than just engaging with them online, right? So it's coming together as a big giant community rather than all little separate ones. As a fan, it feels like a really good family experience, right? So
you know what is an interesting thing though, that online you meet the people by their pseudonyms,
that too,
oh, there's a Scheming Skeleton, oh, there's the Shockwave, there's this guy, there's that guy.
Except for Jeff.
Jeff is Jeff.
Jeff is Jeff.
There's one Jeff.
I didn't get Mac. I got Mack-Attack the whole entire championship. Yup. Maybe he can pack it.
So yeah, Jeff is saying maybe we can pack the trophy into the bulk alpha.
Oh jeez,
Right.
Jeff.
But yeah, no, I think that's probably by far one of my favorite experiences at the championship alone. But yeah, having you there in Camilla as well as part of the art team, because I'm so involved in the art and loving the artwork. It was so awesome, and being able to get your prints. Like, I mean, it was just like right away, boom! I had to run right straight for it because I got new prints from Camilla, I got new prints from you, right? It's just you have to have them.
That was so close to not happening, by the way, because figuring out the prints and figuring out the profiles and then losing the profiles and all of those things, it just took some time to figure out, because I didn't want to just bring any prints.
Right.
I wanted to bring prints that actually have a good quality, and actually had some T-shirts printed out, but they never came here because I was supposed to receive them the day before I was flying.
Yep.
And the guy just told me, "Hey, are you home?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll deliver this to you," and it got never delivered. So those you will get next year.
We have to wait a whole year for T-shirts.
Did he see downstairs?
Cam took them down. You saw your prints started. You started putting up the prints on the wall. So those are in the process of going up. So, because I know before, like I had gotten merchandise, like this T-shirt here, which has my favorite art piece. And thank you so much, by the way, for that original print of my favorite artwork of Damjan.
It's an original.
That's the original. Yes. I mean, well, this is a print on the shirt, right? So I have ordered merchandise from a company in the past, right? And I think things didn't stay with them. So
I cut with them because you might have experienced yourself. Actually, you told me about some of the prints, they were falling off. Yeah. And the thing is, when they were sending me test prints at home, they weren't that bad of a quality. Once they messed it up, and then I was like, "Hey, this is bad," and then they sent me another one, and it was good. But then I realized later on that actually they're sending the bad stuff to the people, and I was like, "Okay, this doesn't work." Just cut the ones there.
Because Idris no longer exists on my sweater. Like,
exactly.
You can't see her anymore, right? So, do you have future plans of getting a new company to?
For the prints, we actually made a deal with Art Syndicate. They will be redistributing our prints and doing all that stuff there. So you can check out the Art Syndicate stuff. It has already been up since Monday. And for the
Art Station?
No, Art Syndicate.
Oh, Art Syndicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for the merchandise, I will not be doing that through a company. I'll be doing myself some designs, and I'll be bringing them to championships, or we'll find some other way. But at this point, I want to quality check everything. Yeah. I don't want it just to go out there.
Exactly, yeah. Especially while it's your art, right? That's
exactly.
I
put so much effort in it, and I don't want it to be just washed away by the washing machine.
Yeah, actually, I think this is what's left of Idris, right? That's what's left of my Idris. I cry every time. It's like, my Idris.
But shame on the company. The company is T-Public. Just to not keep it a secret, it's T-Public, and they're not that cheap, and they didn't give a good cut to the artist, and in the end, you end up with this. Yeah. So please don't order prints from here. At least not from me. Yeah. Not from my stuff.
Well, actually, your newbie is still kicking pretty good.
Oh yeah, my newbie is still there.
My Necro sweater still in Cam's Necro sweater are still okay, but my Raha, my Idris gone completely.
But that's the
So
issue,
it's-
that they have so many printer shops around the world,
Mhm.
and they ship from the one that's closest to you, cheapest to them, or I don't know how it works. I remember a friend ordered 7 things at once, and they all arrive from different places at different times.
No.
So they don't quality check it. I can't quality check it, and then in the end, some of it comes out great, and some of it comes out like garbage.
Yeah.
How's
That's
your Nubia
crazy.
sweater?
My Nubia,
Yeah.
it's almost gone too, right? So yeah.
So it happens to be all the colored sweaters.
Mostly, well,
Yes.
because when we placed 2 orders, right? So
Mhm.
they were separate, sent from separate places again, right? So that could be what the issue was. But
Yeah.
I mean, all the stuff that we did get from ArtStation, like
Our
your
station
prints and
is-
that was really
Yeah,
nice.
our station
Like,
is
so-
good. Our station, that's why the only place you can get some prints of my personal stuff at this point is our station.
Yeah.
Because they actually make a quality check.
Yeah.
And they have good machines, they have good quality. You can check on their website even
Mhm.
how they're performing and stuff. So that's a very good thing.
Yeah, even your canvas ones at the store that I got are all super nice.
Yeah, the
Like,
canvases are amazing.
they were amazing. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna let you get
I'll
back
get
to
back
it.
to work, yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
gonna do some more drawing here. Mack-Attack and I are gonna continue on with the talking about the championship that just happened this past weekend for Worlds. What did you do all weekend?
Ran a booth
Ran
one
a booth.
day.
As
Nubia.
Nubia,
Yeah, I
exactly,
cosplay.
right? So surprisingly, there weren't as many cosplayers there at the Worlds, which I was hoping that there would have been. I mean, I kind of backed out of it because I was going to do Shun. I was thinking about it at last second, but with having to have competing or being in the competition or whatnot, and it's like, am I going to be comfortable enough or uncomfortable? And I know somebody I think was actually competing that was cosplaying. I believe it was Kareem. Right, the one that had the fur on the shoulders. No, who was it?
It was Erica.
It was supposed to be Erica. Okay. Anyway,
Sid thought it was like the Alpha Raha
the Alpha Raha,
because she's got
the
the
fur
fur,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, I thought it myself it was Kareem, but anyway. So yeah, we had an Erica there. So which was she did an amazing job on it. You took a long time working on your costume. Turned out nice. Really good.
we got a rain there.
We had a rain.
Yep.
You did?
Yeah, the person that did Erica, their older sibling.
I didn't. I must have missed that one. I missed rain completely.
What was they?
Was it like ours, the one that you had done with the no?
Just
Oh,
like
yeah,
a black
boss.
like hood robe with like the size and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's hey, it's cosplay.
Yeah.
Right. But that was so maybe next year we might see some more. Now that we know that some people are into doing the cosplay thing and whatnot, it was really awesome. Favorite part of the weekend?
Getting to go around and talk with everyone.
Sleeping
Like-
on the couch.
I saw that.
You saw that, eh?
I saw that. Everybody saw that.
Oh my god, I was so tired.
The world knows.
Passed right out
Oh,
at
I
the
was
end
out.
Sunday
It was
evening.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before wrapping up the final. This one here just decides to take a nap on the bench.
Dude, I was
It's like it was very tiring.
Oh
It
my
was an
God.
exhausting weekend,
Yeah.
but I mean there was so much excitement, so much. I got told I had to calm down a little bit because I was dancing too much in front of watching the matches going on. Especially Sunday evening, it's like, oh, you gotta calm down. It's like, no, watch, just look. It's like, no, they should have done this, or oh my god, he's gonna do this, and it's like,
oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
got overly excited a few times, kind of thing. But just watching the whole competition unravel, seeing the top 16 form, and then from there breaking down to those final 2. Right, it's just so much excitement. So much involvement, right? So, however, there were a lot of other things that went on that weekend. So, I don't know if you had the opportunity. Do you have an opportunity? We spoke with Hatcher, the magic historian, was there.
I didn't.
You didn't get a chance to talk
No.
on him. This guy kind of really blew me away from the way that he actually is in person compared to watching his stream. I mostly follow him as the Magic historian when he talks about Magic mostly, but I actually had the opportunity to sit with them for about a half hour almost. It seemed like just having a discussion about like streaming mostly. However, you know, his perspective on the difference between liking a game and loving it and how the company works, right? And his perspective of the two, right? And it's his opinion about how much he loves Magic, right? And I could see it just by the way that he was talking and discussing it. He does have a very huge passion for the game. However, on the flip side of that, his opinion of Wizards of the Coast and what they're doing is totally different, right? So and then I got into asking him questions like, so what happens if Magic falls, right? And right away he's like, Magic will never fall, right? Because of how much people really love the game. If it wasn't to stop being produced anymore, would he ever transition his content right outside of Magic, right? And he said no, he'll never stop doing it, kind of thing, because of his passion for the game. However, looking at the company as a whole, it's a whole different story. So, I mean, I don't want to go too much in depth about it, but seeing his perspective and how he views things and asking him what he thought of Genesis. And he was blown away. He even told me straight out how much he was amazed the community base behind Genesis Battle of Champions floored him. Like the engagement. One thing that he really pointed out was nobody got upset from losing, right? Nobody was dropping out of the tournament. No one was getting upset. Everybody was engaging. He was watching matches. Someone lost, that it was like, congratulations, you played great no matter what happened. And everybody was walking away still with a smile on their face. And he loved that, is what he had told me. So, I mean, seeing the passion behind how a company like Haunted Castle Gaming would working with the community of Genesis together like it is, he was really super impressed with it. So hearing that from an outsider from the game, right? He hasn't been around with Genesis for very long, and him seeing this is a very positive step forward for Genesis, right? So so yeah, it was super awesome being able to sit down with him. And I mean, even with I saw him talking with Lionel, and I got some pictures. It's up on our Heads or Tails page, and joking around, and the comedic aspect. The fact that Hatcher was walking around handing people tea bags that literally were written. They were Earl Grey tea bags, handing them to people, and written on it was, "You've just been teabagged by Hatcher." So like he brought in a bit of a comedic aspect, and the
My Little Pony.
The My Little Ponies, like his statement was, Hasbro is stock is going down, so we need to really help them out. And he was handing out these little My Little Pony decks. Actually, I think I got one in the bag over there. And on the back of it, it said, "Here's your 2022 Genesis trophy," right?
On the back of Mom's, it said,
"Stop playing Genesis." Right? And there were these little My Little Pony decks, which is a TCG that is no longer in print and being sold more or less, from what I understand. So, I mean, he added that comedy aspect to it, which was really cool. One other thing I wanted to talk about really quick, and I actually verbally went up to these two fellas and gave them an apology. Yes, because prior to the championship occurring, and it was announced that DM Armada and Flake were going to be doing the commentary, and I kind of took a step back, and I'm like, huh? What? Like, why? Right? I had no understanding why Haunted Castle would bring two people that are primarily flesh and blood, commentators or stuff like that, not knowing the history that they had with Genesis, right? So, which from what I found out wasn't a whole heck of a lot, but they blew me away. Like literally open mouth as wide as I can and shove that foot in. And I went up to these two fellas and I had to give them a public apology to them, right? Because of my doubtfulness behind these two fellas. and they did fantastic. So we posted it up on our Heads or Tails page and our Genesis Battle of Champions page. The commentating that they did for the championship was phenomenal. I mean, they were joined by JC at some point in time, but I mean, they did great. I can't express that enough. So you definitely want to check that out. DM Armada. I was a subscriber to his channel prior to anyway, right? Checking those content. He does really, really good, but I mean, not seeing very much interest, from my perspective into Genesis. It's like I questioned as to why Haunted Castle would bring them in, but they did awesome, and I can understand why now, and hopefully we can see them back in the future, right? And continuing on, and have it sitting down and being able to talk with them. Even Flight came up, and we were doing some deals about Genesis, whatnot, right? And watching them after the whole entire show, sitting down and actually playing Genesis and wanting to learn more about it. Yeah, I definitely got my support behind that 100%. So, which is awesome. They were at least. Comically, My Little Pony was printed by the same people who printed Genesis. Yes, which is okay. No, Genesis BOC is saying that was it Cardston or was it the original company that did Alpha? So it's a question that I'm asking you guys, right? They were at least. Hey, Billy. Billy's in there. Cam, who's probably downstairs playing on his computer, he's or on his phone. He's like, really? But yeah, so other major things that happened on the auction. Should I get into this one? Yeah, we got it, right? I mean, yeah. So the auction unfolded, ran for all weekend, and there was literally 2 items out of the entire auction that I didn't have. And I had opened up the auction Saturday, first thing, and I noticed nobody had bid on these 2 items that I was aiming for. And so right away, bang, I had to have these 2 items. And I watched the auction the entire day on Saturday. And I was winning them going into Sunday morning. And then Sunday afternoon, something very bad happened. And so I walked away with only 1 out of those 2 items. They were both the original pieces right straight out of the sketchbooks of Camilla and Damjan himself. And I lost out on the Damjan piece. Somebody outbid me. But I'm not going to go into too much detail. And
Are you looking at me? I didn't do that.
It's probably Grandma.
Probably.
Yeah, Billy's saying I got screwed. Yes, very true.
About time. What? Oh.
Right?
I'm kidding.
That's what I'm saying. Anywho, I know, right? We got that on stream. Anyway, that was my wife.
Oh, Ma.
So yeah, it was disappointing not being able to have won that piece, but I really, really can't complain because of the amazing gift that Damjan did give me of my favorite art piece, even though it wasn't Genesis and that Iblis art, right? There's still a joke going around that's the Damjan Mona Lisa.
Really?
That's what we were calling it at the store. Because
okay.
when we seen that artwork, the alternate artwork, and it's like, we were looking at it and somebody pointed out, it was like, that kind of actually looks like Damjan. So it's like,
interesting.
Yeah.
Who pointed that out? I'm very curious.
Will, I think was the.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Will. And I don't want to put him under the bus.
Yeah.
It was mentioned to me that it's like, oh, it kind of looks a little bit like Damjan. So, and it's like, well, the history behind the Mona Lisa was he was half of the artwork stand, right? Yeah. So that's why we ended up starting to nickname it the Iblis Mona Lisa, right, or the Damjan Mona Lisa. But so, however, the Alpha box in the auction actually went for $500 more than what it did last year. So that was super exciting to see that more and more people are interested in wanting to get those pieces of history from Genesis, right? So Which is the reason why I didn't go after most of those, because I already have them. You'll notice
Aw.
location has changed and there's no Kenny behind the camera. Fallout from the outbid, maybe. Jeff's forcing my hand on this one. Maybe Jeff, you were on to something. Yeah, a little bit, guys. Just a tiny bit, right? No, Kenny was the one that won that, and congratulations to him for winning it. Regardless of the situation that happened between me and Kenny, I still love him. He's still my boy, right, at the stores for helping us out. The only reason why Kenny's not behind the screen tonight is because we are here in my house right now, right? And to have Kenny and bring
We're
in
not gonna call Kenny and be like,
and
hey,
have
here.
him bring in all his equipment over here. So which is why we're just kind of doing this one tonight. And plus being able to spend the day with Damjan is like, oh my God, we had a great time. We went for a nice nature walk, taking some pictures and just having a talk, right? And
It was great.
it was great. It was absolutely amazing. Which we didn't have the opportunity to do that last year, unfortunately. So taking the opportunity to do this, but we also wanted to take the opportunity to get him onto our show as well. So, and plus he's doing an art piece for us behind me right now. So, yeah. So then there was the auction. What else did we have?
There was the history.
The history. Uh-oh.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I can't sit here. Sorry.
That's okay.
I can't sit here and think about the history of Genesis without thinking of freaking Jeff's rant.
Jeff's rant.
While he's here,
Yeah, he should still be in the chat right now. Yeah, if you haven't had the opportunity to check out and subscribe to Jeff Pizzito's channel, these new rants that he's doing, like especially when I saw the first one, I just started pissing myself laughing.
oh, we had a good laugh about them last night because I
Yeah.
hadn't seen them, and so he showed them.
So
to me,
yeah,
and
I was
like,
showing
what the
Mack-Attack
hell?
here. These little rants that he does, and yeah, they're absolutely great. Love the work that he's put into it. And, the one thing though that we did notice while we were watching most of Jeff's videos is he's always in the car. He's always in a car. Right?
Collectors and cars cracking packs.
Yeah. No, it's hot guy in car cracking packs. We have to rename the show for him, right?
Yeah,
So-
you got to rename on your show now, Jeff.
Yeah, we're gonna save the whole Hawkeye thing for another show. I get it. After his actions Sunday, he's no longer welcome in your home. I don't think Kenny's ever actually been here to be. Well, yeah, he was
never welcome in your home.
Actually, no, he did come to pick up Jordan the one night, right?
Yeah, but he didn't come in the house.
Oh, he didn't come in the house. Yeah, I don't think he's ever been here, so
Yeah,
that
just
doesn't
stayed
really.
outside.
Yeah, but yeah, Damjan's suggesting he's never welcome here. It's like, oh, we'll see. No, I still love Kenny. He's a good guy. He does a lot of hard work. So, but yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a, pardon my French, a dick move on his part. But I mean, hey, whatever. It's all's. What's that expression?
All said and done.
Also, yeah, I'll send it. It's all over with. All's fair in love and war is what it is, right? So.
Oh,
But I just have so much passion for the artwork of Genesis, especially from this man,
damn it.
and Camilla and Mario and the entire art team. It's just like so amazing, and I love to collect it outside
Damn
of.
it. You're
what?
on to me. I live out of my car now.
We're starting to think that though, Jeff, because every single video, like even the ones where you were showing the time lapses of your artwork, and we just see the outline of you, and there's this, you see the car strap. So Mack-Attack and I are actually in the process of designing chairs in our store that have car seats or car seat belts on them, so that way we can be like Jeff Pizzito on stream, right? So you'll have to stay tuned for that one. Just to get him back for the whole hog guy with bulk. Yeah. But again, that's another whole conversation. We had so much fun this whole entire weekend. The vending, the other vendors that we were vending as well, but I think one of the funniest things that had happened as far as in relation to the vendors was between me and Jeff. So I'm a huge collector of his art as well, and wanting to get all the new chibi arts and his comic books and all the stuff that he had at his booth. And so I walked up and I want this, and this, and I'm walking away with X amount of dollars worth of his stuff, right?
Yeah,
and then he comes over to my booth and he's like, I want this, and this. And then he's walking out and it's like, well, I just spent that at his booth. And then he just spent that at my booth. It's like, how did either one of us make any money out of that deal, right? It's like we just ended up trading stuff, right? So which was really awesome. I did go back and end up getting some more stuff from him, and then he wanted stuff, so we just went straight for the trade, which was totally awesome. So having that engagement with the other vendors was super awesome. I got to give mad props to North of Exile, Jason that was there. Awesome guy. Got to finally meet him as well, because I've never been up to his store up north, and I planning I'll eventually get there. I know it for sure. It's just, really difficult with my store and whatnot. So organizing it, but that play mat that he had made is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
Actually, if you go, my backpack, I think it's in there. Do you want to grab it? We got to show it. Oh, in this, yeah, he had t-shirts made up. I'm wearing this one underneath because I have to have something Genesis on at all times. At all times, yeah. So yeah, Jason was having some fun making up these t-shirts, and it says "Hardcore for Life" with core on it, and it's like, oh, that is so awesome. And then there's another one, you'll probably see it in a future show, where it just says "Exerted" across the top. It's super awesome. Great job on those, Jason. And then also too,
Joey got one of the Exerted shirts.
Yeah.
And someone put a sticky note that said
overexerted. Yeah, right.
And had it like taped to it.
And then for those of you who had seen it at the championship, this playmat is like, oh my god, it's phenomenal, right? So you got Core, Alta, Sarah, and Raha all sitting around playing games around a table.
Raha's cheating though.
Raha is cheating. She's got a card up her sleeve.
And one on her skirt.
Right?
She's cheating.
Raha doesn't cheat. But anyway, like this is super awesome. I definitely had to get one. So thank you so much to North of Exile. If you ever get a chance to get up there.
Sorry, Joey put the over on his own shirt. That's so funny.
Joey was overexerting himself. Joey did a great job too, right? With the amount of stuff that he was doing and running around and showing off. I didn't get a chance to actually play it, and I kind of regret it. He did show me the miniatures that he had 3D printed for that dungeon crawler system, which they are super awesome.
Were they of the champions?
Of the champions, yeah. So there was like Alta, and he had Bazin, which at first I didn't know who it was because it was the wrong color, but painting whatever, right? Alta has one on her left, up her left arm. Alta does too. Is Alta cheating?
If Raha doesn't cheat, how else does she win the first championship?
Oh!
Well, JK, love you.
Oh! That was nasty.
Oh, that was funny. Other corner.
No, Alta's right here. He said Alta has one up her left arm.
She's missing her left arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see it. Anywho. What is that?
Oh, it was a joke.
Oh, okay.
There was one. Okay, Jeff goes, guess where I'm listening to you guys from right now? In my car.
Jeff's in his car.
And then he said to getting the straps on the chair, he said, oh my God, that'd be awesome. Safety first.
Safety first, yeah.
Always. Make sure to wear your seatbelts.
Yeah, right? And then we try to go into the vortex when we're strapped into our chairs.
Oh, shit. You know what it's going to be like? It's gonna be like that scene from Clyde of a Chance of Meatballs. With the
Oh yeah, the
Spaghetti
guy's
tornado,
flying. He's sitting
yeah.
in his car. It looks like he's driving. He's flying through the air. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, and I was able to do so much trading with the community, getting some of the promos that I didn't have. The guys from Yoda's Data, right? So he had his. I was finally able to get his desk companion promo card, which was done by this man.
And you gave me one as a gift, so
And
thank you for that.
Yes. So there's a story behind that one. So once I first obtained it, he came up to me or it was Will that came up to me, I believe, and said, Yoda's Data has his, you got to go talk to him, right? So I went over there and I was able to acquire one. And then I found out that Damjan didn't even have a copy of his own promo card that he made for Yoda's Data. So I ran back over to my booth and I grabbed what was it? I grabbed all 4 of the alternate art alpha champions. Like I had spare copies put away, whatever. And I took all 4 over to, and I forget his name. Do you remember his name? Henning?
Yeah.
Henning. So I ran back over to him and I spread them out and I'm like, if you're willing to give me one more of those alternate arts, your desk companions promos, I says, you can pick one of these, right? And so he took the Nubia because he's like, yeah, Nubia will probably be the first one's gone kind of thing. And so I traded him off for his promo for an alpha alternate art Nubia, just so that I could get a hold of that promo. And then I literally turned around from him. He was a few steps away. I walked forward and I'm like, here you go. And I gave it to him because I had to give him one. I had to give him one. It just like blew my mind. Like the fact that this man actually did this artwork, right? And he didn't have a copy and no one has given it to him yet. And it's like, he's got to have one, right? And it's just like,
now I do.
And now he does. Yes. So that was a really, really heartwarming moment for me there. But also too, it's like some of the other promos that between me and Will running around, it's like this guy's got this one, this one's got this one, right? Trying to get in all those trades and whatnot. And I had to give Will proper shit because he came up to me after I did a deal with Flake, who had a bunch of foils, and he's like, "Did you get the Satyr?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Because it's the full art promo that you can pull the happy accidents out of Origins for the promos, and he had the Satyr, and I ended up getting it from Flake, not knowing that Will wanted it, right? So or needed it because Will was actually playing Satyr at the championship. So on the back end of it, I'm like, Will, you gotta tell me these things, right? And it's like, irregardless, I'm still going to be handing that over to Mr. Will Kemp because I know how much it means to him and how much he wants it kind of thing. And he's always gone out of his way to help me get promotional material or foils or whatnot that I need for my collection, which is a really, really amazing relationship to have with one of my greatest friends that we work for each other that way too. So I'm just happy that I was the one that got it. So that way I can make sure that Will still gets it. Right. So, which is really a key thing for me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was so awesome. Competition. I'm out. I'm done.
You need to just train more, man.
What's that? I need to train more. Yes. What happened? Like I'm still blown away by the results, right, of this actual championship. Totally surprised, right? And I think it's primarily because we don't know what's going on in other communities. We don't know what kind of decks they're building, what kind of practice, what they're experimenting with, et cetera, et cetera. However, Oliver, huge kudos to you for bringing a timeline that nobody's seen coming since Origins has come out. So you should have competed with your deck Because what's your deck?
Nubia Angels.
Nubia Angels, exactly. And that's the only deck that you have ever played with, like pretty much for Genesis. Well, except for when we went to Washington.
I played Malik a little bit in the
A little
very
bit,
beginning.
and you played Alta for Origins, but Nubia Angels. You have stuck by the Nubia Angel timeline ever since the beginning, starting at Alpha, right? Well, Beta. I gotta say Beta because we didn't have that. We literally only had a few Alphas, but once Beta came out, it was easier to get Alphas, and then she took on the Alpha timeline. So don't choose your champion at 4 a.m. the night before. That really wasn't the case this time. So basically, this timeline, and I think there were several other people that were playing the same Nubia.
I did this. I was done at 4:30. Woke up at 6:30
to drive in. Yeah.
Can't believe you guys.
I went in with the Nubia Burst, so Bullshot Tsunamis timeline, right? However, the last minute, I decided to put in a couple of cards that I thought were going to make it better, right? Mind you, they did. So to my surprise, how many people were shocked when I was playing a Divine Renewal or I was playing Peripheral Vision, right? So people, and it did save me in a couple of situations throughout the tournament, right? However, it did not succeed due to the newer stuff. However, people were like, oh my God, I can't believe you're playing that, right? But in what they were able to do. So Peripheral Vision basically allows you to just rotate. That's all it does for 3 energy, right? However, it is a 6G card. So, I mean, taking out Chronos to splash those in, and you got to be in the situation to need to use them, right? So, and the same with Divine Renewal, because it's awareness specific. You prevent 4 damage that's happening or coming from a target within that awareness. And if you do, you can pay a 5 additional, that's for the cost of 10. And for an additional 5 energy aura, you can gain 3 life. So you prevent 4, you gain 3, and you're walking away happy, right? Using this card. What?
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
What do you mean, don't hurt myself?
You struggled to say that a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's trying to get it all out really quick. But yeah. All right. Don't hurt myself. Anyway, so yeah, these are a couple of cards that came out of Rays. The Divine Renewal being tribal, so it's for Bellum Axon, so Nubia has access to it, right? And the Peripheral Vision being Bellum, definitely key cards. Like you just boom, and then you're playing the Divine Renewal, saving yourself from taking 4 damage. And I figured it was going to slow down, but I was primarily thinking of those other Nubia Burst timelines, which I had a funny feeling we were going to see more of. However, Yan from our community took Kato to the top 4. Congratulations to Yan. Super awesome. Kato was another one that, so many Kato timelines in the top 16.
I never thought there'd be so many Katos.
There was so many Kato.
I didn't see as many Altas as I thought I was going to see.
Yeah, no. But I mean, if we would have saw an Alta, especially with Electrical Storm, right, would that Nubia Angel deck survive? We don't know. It's hard to say right at this point because nobody was playing it, right? So it's like we weren't seeing a lot of Alta, right? So was it a fluke occurrence that the Nubia Angels snuck through and got through all this other stuff, right? Or, right, is it an actual thing once again, and it's going to become a huge craze for the current meta, right? So is everybody going to be like, oh my God, I got to start making a Nubia deck or an Angels deck, right? And all this stuff, right? So it's hard to say right now. So because nobody was really focusing that could potentially be a threat, it got through and made it to number 1. One thing I want to point out, and I know Carl Lilly, who's one of the card designers for Genesis, had made a post on Facebook about it. And he noticed that 2019, Raha, Bellum Axon. 21, Sid, Kuhn, Bellum Axon. This year, Nubia finally made it, Bellum Axon. So,
that's weird.
They're all Bellum Axon right straight through, which is Oh my God, I feel so bad.
What?
Belamaxon. What's the city?
I don't know. Hey, why are you putting
Sorry, me. He just boom, boom, right under the bus, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying if I played, I could have had a chance to beat Angels. So that's Cam, who's made that comment on our chat there. Yes, Cam was running the Alta deck originally in Washington, which had a lot of electrical storms and ranged attacks and stuff like that could potentially have taken the Angels down. It's hard to say because it didn't happen, right? So, I mean, that's going to be a question for Oliver going back, and it's like we did not see a lot of phage in the top 16. However, Cato, which I had announced even before Origins came out, Cato was going to be a threat, and he is going to be so powerful, and he's going to do a lot of damage to the meta. And obviously, the community's proved it. He went all the way into the top 4, and so many timelines underneath that, the top 4 that were actually running Cato was super, super awesome to see. So, is he going to stay up top like that? Probably. More people are going to notice that, and they're going to look at it and say, hey, let's start taking a closer look at Cato. How can we improve those timelines to get that extra push to be in that top spot? So we've been saying it forever. The card pool's increased. The amount of champions have increased. It's going to be very, very tough to determine, is there really one specific deck that's going to come up on top every single time? And probably not ever, right? But it remains to be seen. So we have to wait and see. So watching some of the matches, you saw Cato going against Cato, and it just basically broke down to who had the better opening hand, better draws on the play and whatnot, and strategies as well on top of it. Mirror matching, exactly. So Vadhis, yes, that's right. Thanks, Jason, for bringing that out. Jason, yes, kudos to this guy. I gotta showcase him a little bit for a brief moment. Jason, okay, so the winner of Dragon's World circuit event came in first place with Idris Blitz. So I faced Jason second round. I won the first. It was a Nubia mirror match burst deck. And then going into the second round, and when they made the announcement, it's like, oh, my heart just kind of fell because I didn't want to face him. However, knowing very well that he was the first place winner at Dragon's World. He is an absolutely amazing player. This guy has taken Genesis on very, very seriously, knows how to build solid timelines, and has really, really amazing strategies.
Did we go to Dragon's World?
No, we did not go to the Dragon's World circuit one. But
so when was this?
What's that?
But like you're saying, you played him in that. When was that?
At the championship.
No, you keep saying Dragon's World. You said you played him.
No, I didn't play him at Dragon's World, knowing that he had won the circuit event at Dragon's World.
Okay.
And so when I went to sit down across from him during the championship there, in my mind, I thought Blitz, right? And then in the back of my head, it's like, I can handle Blitz with this deck, right? He did not play Blitz. Did not play Blitz at all. He played Chasms and
Chasms?
Yeah. Held Chasms with Meteorites. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, it was Ajnas, I believe you had in it. I'm not sure. Or if it was still Baruch. However, he was playing the Held Chasm timeline with Idris, and it blew me away the way this guy played this timeline. So basically, Nubia burst has got to be up close. You're getting up there, throwing down your tsunamis, your bolt shots, etc. Right? Doing mass damage, and he's dropping Held Chasms. Boom, 6 damage right off the bat. I have no way of dealing with it. Taking that 6 and then dropping a second one plus a meteorite on top of it. Yeah, just absolutely ridiculous. Amazing job, Jason, on that timeline. And yeah, he made it into the top 16 as well. Oh, the way you were smiling, it's like, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so moving forward, now that the championship's done, I guess it's going to be sitting down and taking a look at the top 16 decks kind of thing, and trying to analyze it. And I know Will's probably already on top of this, breaking it down. It's like, okay, where are we going to improve? What are we going to do moving forward? However, things are going to change again, right? So we can't really focus on what just happened because what's coming? Invasions. So they made a big, huge, giant announcement. They showed us 3 of the new champions that are going to be coming out this next upcoming year for Invasions. And we're getting what? Demons. We're getting demons. Oh my God. Our inner demons are coming out in Invasion. And can't wait to see what they're going to bring to the meta and how they're going to, manipulate the new game system, right? So, or whatever, the new card pool that's coming as well. So it's not just the champions. We're going to get more Phage, 100%. We're only getting 7 champions.
Yeah,
so just 7. So I was a little bit shocked at that. It's not going to be a full set of 12. So it's so the champions aren't growing as much. So is Invasions going to be a smaller subset kind of thing? So some of the questions that were asked during the Q&A is Invasions the last set before a rotation. So apparently they want to move
before they exit
J Lara, and they're going to go to another world, right? So that is going to, yes, sweetie.
Jima.
It's okay.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I stood up too fast.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So it's a smaller set as the card pools may not be as big. We don't know yet, but they did give us a little bit of a teaser on it, on what's to happen in Invasion. Also, too, we were able to get our hands on some amazing promos for one of the champions, and they introduced spot foiling for these new promos. So we're going to see spot foiling coming up, and I know Scheming Skeleton had put out a video today. Sorry, Jordan, I hadn't had a chance to go back and watch it in full yet, but he was talking about it on his channel. Be sure to check him out and subscribe to his channel as well. So once we get more details on that, so we're going to see new type of foiling coming in Invasion. Did you bring any artwork from Invasion?
Sure, what? No, I received
it. Did you bring any artwork from Invasion?
Oh yeah. I'll just show you everything we've done this whole year. Now after we close the stream, it's all good. Yeah, I'll just show you.
You know what Sid's watching, right?
Yeah, I know. That's a joke on him.
That's a joke on him.
Before I left here, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to.
Well, you could show it to everybody right now. Too.
Yeah, you think that's a good idea? I'll go do it.
Well, after that comment that he made about Raha, maybe, right? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't have a beef with that. I don't know that I wasn't here. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we can get some revenge on Sid's Raha comment there, right? So. Oh my
this is
God.
done. I'm just milking. So.
I know.
Oh my God.
Do you have an eraser so that I can erase the pencil? Eraser, something.
No, if you go right around the corner on where Cam's desk is, I think there might be one there. Oh my God.
Is that right?
Are you guys ready to see this? Like, oh, geez. Wait till Nancy's that, eh? It looks like Bird. Cam says it looks like Bird. He's drawing Invasion spoilers on our wall. No, I don't think it's Invasion spoilers. But...
You should have named the video like that. You should name the video that way, like Invasion spoilers on my wall.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Cam.
Come here, Bucky. Yeah, come here. Oh, sorry. They're gonna be good.
Wow. Hey, it's our hunting hound. We didn't bring any hunting hound kibble.
Sorry, you don't get anything today.
Hey, buddies. It's our hunting hound. So we're just he's just tidying up some erasing, and then we're gonna show our audience the absolute. Oh my God! Like I'm speechless. Like it's so awesome. Like I've been drawing like Disney cartoon characters on the wall to, make my wife nice and happy with Disney and whatnot. and some other stuff, but this is
Name's Joe's gonna be on the floor when she gets
Wow.
home. She'll be like, oh,
But the thing is, though, because when we said if we were ever to move out of this place, what are we going to do? Because we have a piece of history, Damjan being here, doing an art piece. It's because somebody walked by. That's all. It's okay. What would we do? Because then we're leaving that piece of artwork behind. So this is drywall, and it is very easy to cut this wall to take that piece with us no matter where we go.
Nan said we were cutting the wall.
We will be cutting the wall. To
Tinker it. Yeah, Mom.
And that's it.
okay, you gotta sign it.
You want me to sign it?
Oh yeah,
I'm going to sign it.
Do it right on the
sure,
branch.
wherever. Yeah.
Yeah, right. To Steve and his family.
Sure.
See?
So yeah, it's we've been plugging away at this, doing some stuff, right? So yeah, my wow, so good. So if you follow, be sure to follow it. Like you're on Instagram, right?
I'm on Instagram. I'll be opening my Patreon soon. I mean, it's
Patreon.
already there. Just YouTube and Facebook and everything.
Be sure to check everything out that's done by this amazing artist.
Thank you, Steve.
And give him 100% support that he deserves for his artwork, not just for Genesis, primarily for Genesis, but all his other stuff. Like, I mean, the guy does absolutely incredible work. So thank you so much. And it's been such an honor to have such an amazing artist to be here with us right now and doing this. So everybody ready to see it? You think so? Should we show it right now? Okay. So
Thank you. Does he like it?
we're gonna just take the camera right here, right now, and
It's like a vlogging.
Oh, that's my phone.
Well, we are, so.
I'm just gonna back this chair up.
What the thingy. The thingy thing. Thingy thing. Maybe move the.
Just see. There's Shiley's house
Yay!
that she drew from
That's-
up with the balloons. Oh,
and then
Mackenzie,
it goes
it's not gonna
potato.
reach. It's not gonna reach.
Do you want me?
the camera?
You can kind of see it. Right there. Birdies!
Yes. Birdies. I love birds.
Hi!
Can you
I'm in the
just pick the laptop up and move this way so we can get a?
I was gonna say, I could just like, yeah.
There we go.
Birdie!
So look at this piece of artwork. Like,
And then there's a second birdie right
yeah,
there.
we're climbing up to it.
Love.
I can't take this any further.
No, that's okay.
Birdie.
So I'm just gonna pan out a little bit so we can get the whole piece
Go!
on our wall. There's my daughter Shiley's.
Hello.
So this up here, Ohana from Disney as
It's
well.
backwards.
I know it's backwards because of the camera.
Family.
So family means nobody gets left behind.
Or
And then
forgotten.
Kim
Yeah.
said, "Yay, house tour."
house tour, right?
Wait, did Kim actually say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
with this
Yeah,
being
it's
It's hot.
a family project for our family,
Dad,
you are now officially part of our family.
Thank you.
Thank you
It's my honor.
so much. No,
Thank
the
you.
honor's all on this side.
Oh man.
Hey, Dad, we should put
join your
Zimmy in
family
the-
vote. That's big already.
Zim was in the shot.
Wow.
Zimmy.
Thank you.
Right? It's on our wall. It's on our wall here.
Birdie.
Oh, but do you like it?
Birdie.
Like
It's a lot
it.
of fun.
Love it.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
love
your
it.
art is. Oh my god. Okay, dog.
Dog.
I know you want to hear. You want to take it?
Take a dog.
Hey, you.
Perfect.
No, climbing on the table.
What are we
Yeah, I know it's a tight hallway to get 2 chairs in here, and then you can bring your sweat.
Kick the thing.
Yeah, Cam. Yay, house tour. So there you have it. An official art piece done by this amazing artist right here in the house of One Side of the Coin, Mack-Attack and Steveo the Gamer. I'm sure this is probably asked like 4 million times, I would imagine. Your favorite art piece for Genesis?
I always answer it the same way. Basically, is that I have many, but I like them for different reasons. Alum is the first thing that comes to mind because it's very, very different. And
Which
it has
one?
Alum.
Alum.
Yeah, it has a lot of mood to it. It has, it's just beautiful.
It is.
Yeah, and I think one other reason why I like it so much is because it happened by accident. Because I didn't like it as much until it got printed. When it got printed, it actually looked way more appealing to me, at least. And I love meteorites, beautiful atmosphere there. Of the new stuff, I love it. Yeah, I love those. From the other artists, like, it's very hard to pick because I like everything. You know, when you have your own arts, you can criticize them, but your friends, it's just beautiful stuff.
So Jeff's wanting to know if we're going to hand over the keys to the handcuffs, if we're going to be setting you free. No, as much as we'd love to keep him forever, right? I mean, he is a very busy man, and he has to go home eventually, right? It's unfortunate, but I don't think. Well, no, we actually during that walk we were talking, having him move to Canada, right? Yeah. So having that discussion and him wanting to eventually, right?
Yeah, we're looking into that.
Looking into it possibly, which would be absolutely amazing. We won't have to wait.
For a whole year.
To come and see each other once again. So, so we have a whole entire art team now, right? A lot of new artists coming on and whatnot. So how is it? Because you're the lead guy, right? So most of the art has to be approved by you, I'm assuming.
I'm the art director. I basically give directions to people, and it works. That this is one of the things that I want to always make clear, that I'm not the one who should be taking the credit for the art being done for Genesis. For my work, yes, but everybody is so self-reliant and responsible for things. They have their own ideas they put there. I'm just there to coordinate, to make sure that things are in the Genesis universe and that they have the suitable style and that they just simply work. Because we don't want people to look at Genesis cards at some point and be like, is this Genesis card? It doesn't belong there. Yeah. That's basically what my work is. But the artists are doing most of the stuff there when I'm not illustrating my own stuff.
Well, yeah, the artist gets credited for their art,
exactly,
right? But yeah, you just more or less you just direct them to make sure that what they are working on is specific for Genesis, which is really good too. But some of the artists that have joined the team recently, like just so good. Like, I mean, the artwork for this game is phenomenal, right? I can't stress that enough.
I do like it.
Oh, love it.
Shout out to all the people in the art team.
Yes. Yes. How many do we have now? So we got Mario.
3, 4, 5. Some of them work like
Leslie.
Frequently.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, those are like from the back in the days. Like now, actively, we have Dahlia. We have Mario. We have Philip. And we have an artist that joined recently, Marion. And Carl was there. Camilla is not working actively.
Not actively.
Yeah. So we have a few artists that do from time to time stuff. Yeah,
once in a while. Well, same with Leslie too, right? She usually only has the one piece per set kind of thing. I know that's what it was back with Alpha and in Beta. So just 1 or 2 pieces, and then all the rest was left to other artists. But super excited for Invasion.
Oh yeah,
you have all your art done.
Yeah, this is my favorite of all favorite sets. I like the previous sets as well, but this one, the reason why it's my favorite is because it grew together with the story, and now the art team is ready to take it on, and they're really taking it on really well.
Yeah. So the one that we had, the promo card, she's a demon. I'm assuming, right? Proteus. Yes. Oh my God, it is so good.
Yeah.
That is yours, is it
Yeah.
not? That piece? Yeah, so I wish I would have actually it's out in the van. You want to run and grab it? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't bring the actual card and I should have had it on hand. But once you see this card, you see this artwork.
You have the secret? You got the
like
secret?
it's I don't
The card?
the
You got the
secret.
secret one?
The ones that they were handing out
Ah,
at the
that's Harley
championship.
Quinn. The girl with the black and white one, almost, right?
Yes, I do have Proteus though. I did get that one. I
That's
did.
awesome.
Yes, I bought it. Or was it a trade? Anyway, I did acquire it this weekend.
Awesome.
Oh, it was from Flake. Flake had it, and I ended up buying it from him.
I see.
So I had to have it because I haven't pulled any of the secrets, let alone much of the all foiled packs out of 6 cases. And yeah, okay, we won't get into that. Anyway, yeah, I did end up acquiring a Proteus.
The one that you're talking about is Harley Quinn. That version of Harley Quinn is done by Philip. The one with the
That
girl
was-
with the hands.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
something right out of the Rain. Right.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
you're familiar
yeah.
with that horror movie, that was the first thing that came to mind. And it's like it is so creepy and
Mhm,
it's good. I like that dark style of artwork when it comes
Oh,
to,
you'll see more.
especially with demons and stuff, right?
You see a lot of that in this set.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. So yeah, super excited. You got a lot of pieces, I'm assuming.
Not as many as I would like to.
No.
Yeah, the thing is that I spend most of the time working on the key pieces in the beginning, so that there is set a standard, so to say, and then I'm directing things.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to every set get more and more pieces done,
Mhm.
but it's just time is limited.
It is very limited. Yes.
But you will see a lot of insane artworks by the article. You will see this set. It will really show the growth of the team.
Nice. Well, we've already seen that going into Origins and how
Yeah.
much the art has improved, right? So it does kind of remind me a little bit of Magic, and I don't mean to make the reference, but if you look at the early days of Magic artwork compared to now, and you saw the progression and how much better it had gotten. However, right now, the way that Genesis is and how the artwork is going, like even looking back at the alpha, you look at some of the alpha cards and it's just like, wow, it's so good, it's so phenomenal, right? And it just keeps getting better and better and better, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, under your
That's the
direction,
mission.
yeah, it is so good, so good. So anyway, I think we're gonna sign off for now. We're gonna be picking this up again sometime. We probably won't be streaming tomorrow, so I'll give the heads up on that because we are having the after party for the World Championship at Heads or Tails Gaming tomorrow, probably roughly around 5:30, 6 o'clock. If you want to get the opportunity to come down and have a chat with this fine gentleman, you're more than welcome because he will be there as well as the Sid and Camilla will be there as well. And remind me, I have to message Lionel. Lionel will be there. Hoping JC will be able to make it out. So pretty much a lot of the guys from Haunted Castle Game will be there to celebrate. There's a couple of things we'll be celebrating, but if you want to find out, you're going to have to show up. So hopefully you guys will be able to, Jason, you're going to make it. Great. What time the party from Cam? It's I just said between 5:30 and 6 people start showing up is what I recommend. Because we don't want it to go too late because they obviously have to travel back to Toronto tomorrow evening as well. So you want to be able to stop by. We're at 131 Erie Ave, Brantford, Ontario. Heads or Tails Gaming is the name of my store, which is where we'll be. Be sure to check us out on Facebook as well, our Heads or Tails Gaming page, as well as our Genesis BOC page as well. Check out www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. You want to get involved in this game. I say it every single week. Check this game out. This game is absolutely amazing. I love playing it regardless of how well I do. You're going to have so much fun learning how to play this game and getting involved with such an amazing community, such an amazing company that's making this game. I can't stress that enough. So definitely want to check out that website and get involved. So thank you so much once again for doing this absolutely amazing artwork, spending the day with us.
Thank you.
The opportunity that we didn't get last year, but
No,
it's been
I'm
such an
getting more
amazing day.
opportunity.
Yes,
There's
loving
some
it so
pretty
much.
great
So
photos on our walk too.
and our Woohoo! Our baddie hunting hound. So on behalf of One Side of the Coin, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We really, really appreciate all your support. Once again, a reminder, we did hit that 250 subscriber mark, so we will be doing our upcoming giveaway show. We just wanted to take care and do all the wrap-ups for the championship before we progress on and doing a big giveaway. So we're going to have some amazing prizes to hand out and giveaways to people on an upcoming show very, very soon. We should probably do that next weekend. Next Thursday. Yeah. So yeah, next Thursday you want to tune in. So once again, One Side of the Coin, Steveo the Gamer,
Mack-Attack.
and our very, 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 very extremely special guest. No, I love you. You deserve it. You deserve it, man. You do such an amazing job. Damjan here with us today at Heads or Tails. Well, no. We're not at Heads or Tails. We should jump back into the vortex. You ready? No, I won't do it. Okay. Anyway, we will see you next time on One Side of the Coin. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for joining us.
Bye. Even the dogs like cam out.